Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty's Club. Guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to get videos up. My computer fell off the table. I'm not going to tell you who did it, but anyway, the computer took a beat and I had to fix it with one arm, which is absolutely insane because nobody else in my family is a tech freak like I am. And my webcam, yeah, let's just say that's not exactly up and going at the moment. So I'm having to revert back to the old method. You guys probably remember from the end of season 3, or you know what I mean, episodes 51 or whatever the hell they are. Anyway, basically what's happening is I'm having to do voiceover and just show you pictures of cards. Anyway, today's Rogue Sunday. Well, today's not Sunday. Today is Wednesday. Sorry I had to be so late in getting this up. But anyway, what's happening here is that we're going to be talking about a rogue concept. In this one, I should have talked about it first. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and get it out right now. This Pokemon has been around since 2013. It has received very little respect. It was hyped at first, but has received very little respect throughout its entire lifetime. And that card is Ditto from Boundaries Crossed. Well, let me run through why I favor Ditto. Think about it. In any Stage 2 deck, you want to get your basic evolved into a Stage 2 as fast as possible. And I'm sure everybody wants that. They do. But you can't do it anymore with the way Rare Candy was errated. So now, Ditto gives you that edge in competition. Say you can't get out the basic in time on turn 1, that's fine. Throw down Ditto and you can pretty much use it as if Rare Candy were its old way. And I can come up with several different ways that I can make Ditto work. Blastoise, Emboar, there's several, but basically your energy accelerators could definitely use Ditto. But even one that doesn't even use Rare Candy, it just wants to put damage on the board immediately. When I first looked at Crobat from Phantom Forces, I thought of Ditto because Zubat could go straight onto Ditto after you use Super Scoop Up or and or even Scoop Up Cyclone, which you do use in the deck. And what I could do is I could have Zubat put on the Ditto and go straight to Golbat without really affecting anything. And that instantly puts the 20 damage on the field. Of course, I ran Ditto in huge amounts, as it could also be used for Megas. Hear me out here. Mega Gengar EX was what I played inside of Crobat. And I could put Gengar EX straight on top of Ditto, attach a Gengar Spirit Link, and then throw the Mega on top, and then attach the Mystery Energy Dimension Valley in play. Boom, shaka, laka. That's what I call a great attack. And obviously, not everybody loves Gengar as much as I do. Most people prefer Landorus. And while I'm all up for Landorus, it is probably a better idea to have something that can consistently put out enough vibe. Now, I'm not saying Landorus isn't great, but having only really one option in 30 damage and an extra 30 to the bench, that's not really an ideal attack for a deck that wants to just throw around damage. What I want is I want something that can take advantage of several different cards without having to be limited to very specific options. For example, Landorus would require strong energy, and that takes out the mystery energy that Crobat could use. So now I know you have Dimension Valley, but remember, your opponents are going to be using Srasik, Enhanced Hammer, playing their own stadiums. They're going to be trying to deplete your Dimension Valley and your special energy. So you have to find some way to start countering immediately. So one of the two is going to be viable options, but having both is a very huge bonus. You know, even with Landris, you have to have Fighting Stadium, which is also one of the few things that really takes the deck down. And then you have Muscle Band. When does Crobat want Muscle Band? Sometimes you have to attack with your stage 2s, and without the proper resources, it becomes very difficult. All of this is to say that Ditto works on Mega Gengar. So all of you who are afraid to run Mega Gengar because you can't get it to work, Ditto provides that source. It also works for every other single Mega that there is. Think about it. Being able to play the EX on top of a Ditto and then go straight to the Mega pretty much can take your opponent completely by shock. And even sometimes you can attach those energy to Ditto ahead of time. They might not know what you're playing, but 9 times out of 10 they're going to know. Probably Ditto's best shot in format is using with Mega Manectric. Hear me out here. Ditto can be the recipient of a Mega Manectric already in play and receiving the Turbo Bolt 2 energy. Now, say Ditto survives the turn and in the upfront Mega Manectric gets knocked out. Now, you have no other Manectric in play. Okay, so this makes it very hard for you. Your Yveltal EX, say if you're running Manectric Yveltal, or even not running Yveltal, say doesn't have the necessary energy to make the knockout, because you don't run Muscle Band, because you have to have that room for Manectric Spirit Link. But anyway, you can always use extra energy to account for that. And because they both work hand in hand, it makes it absolutely perfect. But say Ditto's got the 2 energy. On your next draw, you pull out an Ultra Ball that was already in your hand and find Manectric EX. Boom, right on top of Ditto. Now, you play your hand down and go to Sycamore. Sycamore brings up, oh my gosh, Mega Manectric and Manectric Spirit Link. Attach the Spirit Link, evolve into Mega Manectric, and attack for 110 and the knockout and the game. It has happened to me. Ditto saved my butt in battle, I don't know how many times, when it come to Mega Manectric. And he's absolutely a real good card to play. And I don't understand why most people don't give it the hype that it deserves. Ditto is probably one of the best tech Pokemon in the game, but it also can be used in key strategy efforts. I mean, how many times do you ever see let me put it this way. How many times do you get furious because you can't find the EX you're looking for on turn 1 or even turn 2? You can't find it, and it goes into a Mega. Well, play Ditto down, because if you play Ditto in your deck, you have a larger shot at pretty much just getting the basic you need down, because Ditto works as exactly what it says. It works as a Ditto. Basically, as soon as you do find the Pokemon you're looking for, play on top of it. Now you have the same amount of turns Ditto was in as the same Pokemon, if this makes sense. And now you get to play the Mega on top of it directly. And with the Spirit Link, it starts getting real tough for your opponent. Now, I could think of only 3 Megas that could pull off a really, really great combo with this. But like I said before, there are big time ways of pulling off combos that nobody would think of. And a lot of them happen with Ditto because you can take your opponent completely by surprise. You have a teched stage 2 in your deck. Well, take them by surprise. If you have a Ditto in play, accumulate the basic Pokemon, the rare candy in the stage 2, you could surprise your opponent with a one-turn Dusknoir. You can surprise them with that Tech Greninja, even Empoleon, whatever is in your deck. And it really does make sense that most of these decks do run Ditto because opponents usually have an extra turn to think ahead what they're going to do. And Ditto becomes a surprise factor. Now, I'm sure everybody's going to ask me at the next event they see me at in my own crack. Ditto is not the best Pokemon in form. Well, I didn't say it was. I'm just saying Ditto is probably be the best tech that I can find in format. And for very good reasons. Ditto needs to get a little more hype, and Ditto is by far my favorite tech Pokemon in format. So guys, that's all I got for today. If you have subscribed, make sure to subscribe, post any comments you have in the comment section below. And as always, hope you guys have as great a time as I had, and I'll see you guys next time at Shifty's Club.